Hello children, welcome to our social studies class. Open page number 39, which is your next chapter in the syllabus, our constitution. On the top, just see what is written. Underline the words which you think are related to the Indian constitution. Means what are the words which describes our constitution? Like secular. This I'll explain you later. But secular is the word which is related to our constitution. Preamble is also, underline this. Fundamental rights, correct it is. Democratic, correct. We are living in a democratic country. Republic, correct it is. Next comes religious, Soviet and socialist. These meanings I'll give you later on in when we'll study this lesson. Constitution of India. Actually, what is a constitution? Constitution is again a document which describes our country. Now see what is written in the chapter. The Constitution of India is a document that establishes the political values, the power of the government, and the rights of the citizens of the country. It is a supreme law of the country. A constitution tells us the fundamental nature of our society. It puts down the certain principles that form the basis of the kind of country that we as citizens desire to live in. It defines the position and powers of the government and the citizen. It also lays down the rights and duties of the citizen. This I think better understand with the help of this diagram. I'll explain you what is constitution. Our constitution is again describing the political values. Okay, means how we can form a government. Again, it again describes the power of the government. That what are the powers of the government? What a government can do for us. Okay. Then most important things, rights of the citizen. Okay, what are the rights of citizen? Rights means are again things which we can do. Rights in Hindi we call it hak, hamara hak. Okay children, so rights are again are things which we are able to do legally. Okay, now above all, what it is a supreme law of the country, constitution. Why? Every law is written in your constitution. If you are unable to get your rights, you can go through the court and according to the articles of the constitution, you can justify yourself. Get it all of you children? Next comes a constitution tells the fundamental nature of our society. Okay, what it tells us, constitution tells us fundamental nature of society. Means what kind of society is required to live. So who made this kind of society, this kind of country? Constitution made. It provides all the necessary things to us. Legally we are able to earn our living. Legally we can live under our roofs. Okay, so again legally we can do all these things. And what is a legal document of those things? This constitution. Next comes our powers and functions of the government. Powers means what, up to what extent a government can take decision. Okay, so government is also bound. It cannot take decision alone because we are living in a democratic country. So government has to again take a decision for the welfare of a society only. They are having some limited boundaries. Next comes our functions of the government. What functions government has to do for the welfare of the society? Most important thing because of which we are living, that is your rights and duties of the citizen. Though we are not following the duties, but we are enjoying our rights fully. So if we are enjoying our rights, so it is our duty also. So what our ethics says that we should follow the duties which are written in our constitution. So move to the next topic, that is next topic of our constitution is need for a constitution. Before India came under the British rule, it was a collection of princely states. Each had their uh, own law based on separate religions, philosophies, and culture. When the British came into the power, they ruled colonial India with a set of rules and structure of government which was similar to their own. What happened actually when this before independence? What happened? Why we need this constitution? Before independence, we were again under the control of prince. Okay, it was a collection of princely states, and who were controlling those princely state? Prince, definitely. And again the rules which were there, those rules were made by those kings only, and rules were according to the religion, philosophies, and culture. Okay, children. Then after this, who came? British came, and they made their own rules. This was what happened. Because of that, when we got independence, we find that there is a need of constitution. So come here to the book. When India became independent in 1947, the leaders of the independent India had to form a government. For this purpose, a Constituent Assembly was set up. The members of the Constituent Assembly were elected by the people of India. On 29 August 1947, the Constituent Assembly set up a drafting committee under the chairmanship of Bhimrao Ambedkar to prepare a draft constitution for India. The members framed a constitution for the country which was enforced on 26 January 1950. But these two dates are very important. Like this is your second date, 1950, and when it was started, we made the Constituent Assembly on 47. And when are this enforced means when it again this came into existence in 1950. So after independence, when we got independence on 1947. What happened? The leaders of our independent nation, they had to form a government. Definitely we need a government after that, because no government was there on us. So we need a government for that. So for this purpose, what we need? Constituent Assembly means again a group of people who can make a decision. Okay, and again then members were elected by the people of India only. This shows that again democracy, because at that time also the assembly members were elected by the India only. On 29 August 1947, what happened? The Constituent Assembly set up a drafting committee. And who was the chairman of this drafting committee? Dr. Bhimrao Ambedkar. Okay, children, till this I hope you all got. So on Constitution was enforced on 26 January 1950. Children, our next topic is nature of Indian Constitution. The Indian Constitution is the longest written constitution in the world. It defines the structure, procedures, powers, and duties of the government. It also states the rights and duties of the citizens. On the right is the preamble to the Constitution. Preamble is the introduction to the Constitution that states that India is sovereign, socialist, secular, and democratic republic. Now we'll read this portion also, that what these terms mean. It is declaration that the people of India have defined themselves as free people. Sovian. Socialist means that there is social and economic equality in the society, and there will be no discrimination based on caste or gender. Everyone has equal rights and opportunities to get jobs and earn their livelihood. Secular means that the citizens of our country are free to follow any religion. The government will not favor any one religion. All religions are given equal importance in the country. Democracy is the type of government in which the people choose their leader who form the government. India has a democratic form of government, which means that people have the right to choose their government. All citizens have above the age of 18 have a right to vote in the elections and choose their government. Now, what is the meaning of republic? Republic means that India has an elected head of state that holds the power for a fixed term. President of Republic of India is a sovereign head of the state of India. Now you can see this picture. This is a picture of our preamble. It gives the introduction of our constitution, means what is written inside the constitution. So let's have a gist of this, what we have read. Nature of Indian constitution means what constitution describes: structure, procedure, then your powers, duties of the government. Structure means how structure and procedure means what kind of structure we are having. We are having a prime minister, president, then chief minister, Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha. This comes in your structure. Procedure means how the government can be elected, how we can select our representatives. Then comes our powers. Powers earlier also discussed that again up to what extent a government can take decision for the welfare of people. Then comes duties. Again, what then comes our duties of the government. Duty means function of the government. That what function a government has to do for the welfare of the society as well as each single citizen. Constitution is the longest written constitution in the world. Okay, some countries are having unwritten constitution also, but we are having the longest written constitution in the world. We are looking in the constitution, first page on right hand side, what we are having: preamble. Preamble is an introduction to the constitution. So how it looks like? It looks like this. Okay, this is the introduction page of our constitution. It describes that what is written inside the constitution. So it also what is written in our introduction, that India is a sovereign country. Sovereign means we people are free from external control, means we are free, nobody can control us. Earlier we were not free, we were not sovereign. Okay, why we were not sovereign? Because earlier who were ruling on us? British were ruling on us. Okay, so we were not sovereign at that time. Then what is written, that India is a socialist country. What is socialist? It is based on equality. It means that there is a social and economic equality in the state as well as gender. Everyone has equal rights and opportunities to get their jobs and earn their livelihood. Okay children, next comes our secular. It means that the citizen of our country are free to follow any religion. India is not having any religion of its own. If I want to follow Sikhism, I can follow. If I want to follow Christianity, I can follow. Nobody can say that you are not allowed to follow. I am free to follow any religion. Next comes Next comes our democratic, means we have a right to choose our government. Even we are having a right to get selected also. Okay children, next comes republic. Republic means we are having a elected head for a fixed period of time. For fixed period we are having a elected head. For example, we are having a president of Republic India. So again, president is elected for a fixed time period. Children, come to the book. The Constitution of India also lays down the rights and duties of the citizen. The rights and duties go hand in hand. This statement means that again, when we are enjoying our rights, we should again pay our duties also towards other. For example, if I'll take example of my right to expression. In that we have a right to express our feelings. Again, it is my duty to express my feeling in such a way that I should not hurt others' feeling also. So in this we have studied this. So we are left with the fundamental rights, fundamental duties, and directive principles of state policy. This we'll discuss in video number 5. So stay tuned. Have a good day.